As you get older, it's more important to eat your fruits and veggies. But it's kind of boring. So I invented a way that's better and more fun. So 3D printed guns are usually frowned upon. Instead, I completely designed and built a 3D printed slingshot. For food, of course. So the slingshot was not easy to create. I had to go through multiple prototypes. I started with 50% design, worked my way up to full scale, didn't work. After a few more tries, got to the final product. And in the end of the day, it all came together. And this is how I did it. The design started like any other good design does. With pencil and paper. And then more pencil and paper. And then more pencil and paper. And just a little bit more. Then over to CAD to bring the drawings to life. Then the fun part starts. The printing. But first, we have to test everything. Now the first, but hopefully not too many assemblies. Yeah, I know, it's a toothpick, but it fit the design perfectly. Alright, so I just finished putting together prototype number 1. Definitely has some issues that need to be resolved. Tolerances are a little tight. Some pieces broke off in the testing. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with the first prototype. And now I just got little touch-ups, make the second prototype. And then once I get the second prototype going, hopefully that will be the last prototype. And if not, then I'll go on to the third, fourth, fifth, however many it takes. So it was back to CAD and back to testing. And on to prototype 2 and 3 and 4. And well, you kind of get the point. It took 10 tries. My first issue was the tolerance. So everything got a small increase, so the pieces would slide together a bit easier. My next big issue was the trigger design. I got the assembly together, but I've tried a couple different ways to work the trigger mechanism, which it works. The issue I'm running into is this. So, bolt goes in here, right? But the thing that I didn't consider, because I'm an idiot, is the tension on it, and eventually it pulls out. So I had two options. I could try to increase the strength of the spring, or I could do an entire redesign of this trigger system. And trust me, I tried so hard to add a stronger spring, but of course I ended up redesigning the entire trigger system. I decided to go with a rolling nut trigger from a medieval crossbow. The design is pretty simple. As the tension of the string pulls forward here, the trigger resists the force here. But I had to make my own spin on it, so I incorporated a small pin to keep the nut from spinning too far. Now that all the details are finally ironed out, it's time to put together the final assembly. Alright, so we got the slingshot put together. I really didn't mean to contrast the colors like I did. I just ran out of white filament here and ended up switching over to red, but I really like the color that it came out to be. Now the last couple steps we have is I have to cut these dowels down to size, and then I have a stock design that's going to slide in right here and give you a stock to hold on to it. So it's all together. But here's the moment of truth. Does it work? Now check this out. So there you have it, guys. Slingshot works. If you like this build, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. And now with all of that, I give you the final product.